Hello everybody and welcome back to CBR MTG. I'm Nick Fennell, here is Angus Mackay.
Hey.
And Sasha Tsiaparis.
Hello.
Who is also playing on the camera.
Yeah.
Playing Death and Taxes, which recently took out the Legacy GP in Vegas.
Sure did.
And also her opponent is Timothy Hatfield playing Blue-Red Delver.
It's interesting seeing Tim come with every deck that he comes with because it was very shiny burn, and then he was like, maybe I'll splash some blue and do the Pain of 7 Grindstone combo.
Ooh.
And then he maybe he took it out, wanted to try something a little bit more consistent. So going with the actual archetype UR Delver. This deck is good. It's nice and it's different to what we see with Legacy usual Tim Evers, who plays UR Control, not UR Delver. This is actually UR Delver, where
this is the real thing.
This is the real thing. So he's playing. He's just playing some more stuff.
Yeah.
Less
Turn 1
control
Etherval
package.
from Sasha.
It's a classic, right?
It's the classic opener. It's what you want to do.
Classic opener for Death and Taxes.
Especially those nice APAC lands.
Yeah, those APAC lands are Gucci.
If you don't
So
mention
good.
them, then they're not worth the money, right?
Exactly. I
You
have to mention
point
them
it out
every
the
time I'm going to go on camera with TNT. I have to mention.
Absolutely.
Have you seen this land?
I've seen this
Guys.
land. It is beautiful. For anyone who doesn't know, it's the APAC land with the Uluru Ayers Rock on the front, and there's a kangaroo in the corner as well.
Yeah. Tim commented on it. He's like, those lands are sick. And I was like, thank you, man.
So do you want to concede?
So Git Probe, he gets to see Swords, Wasteland, Stoneforge.
Swift Spear, Git Probe, pretty good.
Yeah.
Get you down on life pretty quickly.
Yeah. No, the Swift Spear is good.
Yeah, this is something that's omitted from the UR control list that Tim usually plays, but
The prowess creatures
the
are...
prowess creatures where it's at. Yeah, we see some of these guys, and also some Storm Chaser Mage as well, which is a blue-red prowess 1/3 flyer. Nothing else too special about that, but you play 3 or 4 spells a turn.
Flying in haste.
Flying haste.
Flying in haste is pretty good.
Yeah,
These
it's
prowess
pretty,
haste creatures. You might as well just call this blue-red prowess.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, exactly.
And Swift Spear also a holdover from Burn maybe as well.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I went
Definitely
on a
stable.
pretty aggressive play of
Proactive swords.
swords. Yeah, I mean I don't want him to gain any more life than he should by waiting till like combat or whatever. And I wastelanded his Volk because it just seems like
That's
the
good.
correct thing to do.
Take him off land.
He mentioned to me afterwards that the deck plays 16 or 17 lands only, so it's
Oh my
it's
god,
probably
so
not
low.
wrong.
Yeah.
So here I think he is Git probing for land.
Seems reasonable.
which
Seems good.
See your hand. Wait, no, I forgot. Let me see it again. Seems like a good plan.
Yeah.
But no, this is a completely aggressive stance from you, but it's essentially a time walk at this point, right? Like, except that he's on 14 life now, and you've got 2 lands.
I've done no damage to him myself. I've actually let him gain some life with the swords. So this is a F-Swan Canonist, which is main board for me, just mainly due to the fact that there is a ridiculous amount of Storm and combo around.
Even it's good against cantrips as well, right?
Yeah, it's good. Like, you can't do much.
That's
I can't do much.
Yeah,
but,
that's a very interesting main board choice. I like it.
I like
Swan
it too.
Canonist and Stoneforge Mystic as well.
Yeah.
A fancy version.
A fancy
Fancy.
Stoneforge.
This is a
Stoneforge.
beautiful deck, Sasha. You should be very happy with yourself.
Yeah, I don't have foils, so I'm kind of in that thing. Do I foil out the rest of the deck or
No.
not? And then I feel like
No.
the answer is just no.
No.
Like, I'll keep some of them foil. It's fine.
I think it's fine to have a couple foil as your special cards.
So I'm personally unsure of what to get here. I get About a Skull.
I think that's good.
Just mainly because I do know that he does have Burn. I could have gone a Sword of Fire and Ice, which would protect me, but also he has no land currently. So being able to deploy About a Skull and gain some life and just stop him from being able to like price me or just burn my face out is something that I want to do, and to get him down to 0 as quickly as possible.
I think that's correct. I like that decision.
I'm in 2 minds about it. I do like the sort of Fire and Ice because you can equip it to your Aethersworn Canonist, and because that's got the biggest target on its head right now. You know, like
I
Tim
mean,
needs to cast like 3 or 4 spells to kind of get back in this game, and with the Aethersworn Canonist out, then he kind of can't.
Yeah, so he
gets
draws an island, which is
basic, which is
nice.
not great.
No.
Not great in the face of your wasteland.
Yeah.
But he gets to ponder, which is alright.
Yeah, that's right. I
He gets
mean,
to pump
he'd probably
pass.
be pretty happy that he got that land down.
And a land.
A land and Price Progress
And
again?
And a daze.
Yeah, so...
Price
So,
Progress
I mean-
doesn't really do much against Death and Taxes.
I mean,
The bunch
it
does
does. It does. It can, I should say.
It can stop your like Rishadan Port lockdown, I guess, if you're like desperate enough for life that you waste your own Rishadan Port.
It can definitely be a last minute sort of thing. Like that final bit of damage when I have a couple of ports out or whatnot. But I have had the instance of being ported, being priced, and then having like wastelands and Rishadan ports, and I ended up just wasting my own Rishadan ports, and I lost no life.
Yeah.
So
even a
So I've popped the Batterskull in with the Stone Forge, and hitting in for 4, 5, 7, I believe.
it's pretty good.
So yeah, so it's not bad.
Yeah, you're doing
does
good.
the thing.
Gained a bit of life, which was nice.
Yeah, I think like you're at such a commanding standpoint now. I think your choice to get the Batterskull is completely validated now that you are so far ahead.
Now that you're about to win, it's the best decision.
Thinking back on it.
So I've hardcasted a Recruiter of the Guard.
Yep.
Are we
Which is
getting
something.
3 mana to something to?
Look, you would potentially think that, and you're correct. I think there was a line where I may have gotten a different card and I forgot about my file number. But yeah, I grabbed a
What's your other consideration if you didn't have the vial down? What would you recruit for if you had the opportunity?
Probably like a Mother Rose.
Yeah. I
Seems-
mean, like
seems
good
okay.
against burn, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. I also have, a Mirren Crusader, which is like, it's a 2/2 double strike, but it doesn't have pro red or blue. It has black and green.
Black and green.
I don't know, a Sanctum Prelate to turn off their burn spells,
Yeah.
but I think
Yeah.
at this moment it was just more like,
Put that on one would be very good.
Ooh,
yeah, it's
I
more
that
like
a
just
lot.
like beats,
Yeah.
like just try and do more damage.
Yeah.
I guess.
Tim's done the depression concession and finally packed up his cards.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Only having that one land wasted, and then only getting an island off of like 2 Git probes
Yeah.
and a ponder.
The
Well, it
old
could've been
mono white
worse.
control.
Yeah.
It could have been a non-basic land, and that would have been way worse.
My sideboard, I don't really have too much to answer Delver. It's very, very combo and storm heavy in terms of answers. I did bring in another Canonist and a Gideon
Yeah.
Yep.
ally of Centaur, just because I feel like having something big like a Gideon out is a big threat,
It's hard to get rid
and
of
it
as well.
forces them to use their burn spells or whatever on Gideon rather than me or my creatures.
Yeah.
So if I can create a bunch of, soldiers or have a big indestructible Gideon that's bashing in for 5, then that's fine with me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Even if you make 1 or 2, like it soaks up damage.
Yeah, that's
like
it.
you don't want Tim. Like Tim wants to go on the front foot. He wants to be the aggressive deck in this
Yeah.
matchup, but he's now forced to be the control.
Yeah.
I assume as that if that's how he's siding in, he's going to try and be the control deck. But this deck with the Storm Chaser Mages and the Monastery Swift Spear, like it definitely like benefits from being the aggressive deck. All damage to face all the time, Yeah, countering a few spells here and there, but it's like it's supposed to just be burning you out. But we'll see what sort of route he goes down. He looks like he did just side out a Daze and another Daze. Maybe
They're not
Which
very
is-
good
which-
against.
but it's
Vine.
fine. It's
Yeah.
it's not good against fire.
yeah, sure. He might even be considering taking out some more counter spells then in that case. Like I can definitely see the Vile consideration taking out the Dazes, but are we going to take out some Forcibles as well?
I think he takes out some Price of Progress, which
Yeah,
is fine.
which is fine.
Absolutely consider.
Yeah, so Price,
Yeah,
Days,
that's-
and
A Daze is only good when you have it in your opening hand.
two
Bedlam Reveler.
Bedlam Revels. Yes.
So that's the upper end of your UR Delver package. This is he's very expensive, but it costs 1 less for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. He's got prowess, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So just to really cap off your prowess package.
But he took him out. So
Okay.
It's
which is an
not
interesting
even worth mentioning.
consideration.
Yeah. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Just don't even think about that Rebel.
I
I think he's fine. I don't mind it.
We put him to bed.
Well, maybe the thought is that you've got swords, so it's like I don't want to have like 1 or 2 Bedlam Revelers that I'm going to be leaning on, or like trying to get the whole game just to have its swords and gain a measly 6 life. Like 6 life means nothing in this match.
And there's probably something better to bring in.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
That'd work better against me than Bedlam Reveler.
I probably prioritize the artifact hate. Funny thing about and speaking of a braid from a previous match, but before that, your opponent, if they were nervous of your matchup, then they'd probably bring in some mono artifact hate, which kind of doesn't really matter for you too much. Like, Aetherval is a fantastic card, but if they waste this whole slot on something that just takes out an artifact and you never cast one, then like you're golden.
Like a lot of the times, depending on the matchup, I do know that they bring in like just artifact hate. So I tend to take out a number of vials, not necessarily relying on them.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is
that's good tech.
Yeah, which can be correct and can, so if they play like say Pithing Needle naming Vial and I don't have a Vial to play, then I'm happy with that outcome.
Sure.
It stops them from naming like Jit or Stoneforge with the Pithing Needle.
Yeah.
But that really depends on the matchup, to be honest.
Yeah. Now, have you been hit with many abrades since it released an Hour of Devastation?
None as of yet. I think I've only played 2 weeks since it's been released, so it's still pretty brand new. Haven't played that many matchups.
People haven't decided whether it's good enough for Legacy yet.
Yeah. So I didn't see it when I played against Brandon on this night.
Yep. For anyone who doesn't know, it's a instant speed 1 in red, and it says choose 1, destroy target artifact, or deal 3 damage to target creature. Now, feels great against Death and Taxes, kind of like, because as I was saying before, you're like mono artifact removal, but
it hits,
being able to do both is pretty good.
Yeah, being able to do both, like to choose whichever one's better is 100% just great for yourself. And it deals with like 99% of my creatures, which is really great.
Knowing that coming into this and thinking that he quite possibly could bring it in, I didn't see whether or not he did, but if he did, would you be prioritizing any sort of Sanctum Prelate numbers on a braid, or would you just be going straight for those cantrips?
I think I would still go for 1, just mainly because like a lot of his other burn spells are 1, like Lightning Bolt and like Chain Lightning, and and then it stops his cantrips as well. So I think it turns off more than 2 does.
Sure.
But I would name 2 in other circumstances against different decks, like 100%. Like if I knew they played.
Here's the Storm Chaser Mage coming down.
Storm Chaser Mage.
Speaking of 2 mana spells, but
it's a
prelate's non-creature spells.
Prelate's non-creature spells, so it doesn't hit these creatures of
Sanctum Prelate too fair. Yeah. She'll let some creatures come through, but anything other than that, no way.
And Tim's got Double Force, Lightning Bolt. It seems pretty good.
Yeah,
I think he's probably sitting pretty. Did he? Does he have a Gadax Improvement hand?
I might have counted that. Maybe just because you didn't vial it in. Like, how many opportunities do you get to counter a Thalia?
Yeah, exactly.
The Thalia is also very pretty, by the way. The promo Thalia Garden of Thraben.
The WMMCQ?
Something like
that.
Pretty
yeah. The real close-up and disproportionate sword Thalia. My favorite of the Thalias.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
So, paying 2 for the bolt, completely reasonable.
I guess that's fine.
Triggers prowess, which is cute.
Yeah.
I guess that's what he prioritizes.
I probably might not fetch, but I
think he's got a Delver in hand, so I think he wants to
deploy it.
Yeah.
Definitely wants to play this Gitaxian Probe. It seems
Probe
fantastic. What do we got? Sanctum
Prelate.
2 Apex lands and a wasteland.
Land.
Yeah, so it might be a Rishan import, but either way,
you're
kind of leaning on that Sanctum. Yeah. Sanctum Prelate pretty good though. If it stays alive.
It's okay, but I don't have anything to protect it with. It will name 1, but he does still have outs to it, and it's also not a flyer, so it can't block that.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Yeah, Tim getting as much value out of it as possibly can, going Lightning Bolt for Prowess 1, and then Gitaxian Probe for Prowess 2, and then we might even see another Prowess trigger out of here. I wouldn't fetch for any other reason. Oh.
No, I think he's fetching. I think he might play the Delver that's in his hand.
Yeah. Nope.
Oh no, he's just going to pass.
Want to.
Okay.
It's an interesting line.
That's fine.
Maybe he's worried about Wasteland, or just wanted to practically do it around Port. There.
I mean, it's possible that he just forgot about it, which is completely reasonable as well. Like, Storm Chaser Mage, kind of putting him in a good position, maybe making him forget about the other opportunity where he can just run away with the game with another flyer.
And he's thinking about, are you tapping his red source here?
See, that's what I'm thinking about. That's definitely my thought. I think I tap down a blue source just to stop him from being able to play, like, cantrip, like being able to do several things. Whereas but I don't have anything for him to burn. He can burn my face, which is fine.
Yeah, true.
But I want to be able to stop him from being able to go twice on cantrips or play two Delvers, which I think he has in hand. So it was definitely a consideration.
Yeah, it seems fine. Seems like a good choice.
We got Sanctum Prelate's white 1, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So thoughts on not playing it, or are you just gonna maybe Violet in next turn?
I think I'm waiting to Violet in, so it definitely doesn't get counted. And also for the fact that I want to be able to play it and then be able to port like his red land just in case he has like a 2-mana spell that can burn it.
Yep,
for sure.
So I want to be able to make sure that I can play it on 1, but also continue to port relevant lands.
Yeah, definitely a reason.
Seems like the best consideration.
And you you stopped Tim from possibly possibly cantripping out because he decided to play the Delver and say go.
Yeah.
So Storm Chaser only hitting for 1 this time around.
So I think I drew another land, which is really unfortunate. It's not what I want to be drawing. But
No.
That's a Richmond port.
I've got double ports that are active.
I
think double port and an active vial is fantastic.
Yeah.
But I did see a Mother of Ruins being thumped to the top of your hand. So look, pretty good.
Yeah.
It's okay, but a prelate on 1 stops all the things that would kill prelate anyway, right? In terms of burn spells.
Well, Mother and Prelate together is a good combination.
Yeah, 100%. So
It's just whether or not you consider double port or just playing the Mother out here.
I think I play the Mum. And
I think that's still fine.
yeah,
it progresses your board more
Yeah.
than just tapping his lands forever.
yeah.
For sure.
I think I decide that I'm okay to play the Mum, tap 1 of his lands. And
Yeah, sure.
It's fine.
For sure. I can agree with that.
How
do you feel about main phase?
but it does take him a while, and he ends up deciding to respond to the Mum.
I think you have to main phase Aethervial because you want him to not be able to cast spells.
I mean, you definitely do, but it definitely feels weird, doesn't it?
Not always.
No, not necessarily. I main phase Thalias, main phase Prelates. There are cards that you should just main phase because you don't want them to have the opportunity to do anything in their turn.
Okay,
really.
for sure.
Especially when he has nothing to burn you with.
So yeah,
or no creatures to burn, rather.
He forces the Mum after a bit of consideration, which is completely correct.
I definitely would in that situation. Like, as we said before, Sanctum and Mum together is a powerful combo.
And here, I unintentionally, I think, make him forget about his Delver trigger as well. Because I ported his lands and he didn't. And I think he had a daze on top as well.
Yeah.
So, cheaty boy tech.
So he has force and days now.
I didn't realise until afterwards.
It's his trigger.
Until
right?
I think he went to combat
It is his
and
trigger.
I was like, oh. Yeah, but it's casual, right? You know, if you see something like that, you remind them.
I feel like I wouldn't remind my opponent of turning his thing into a 3/2 flyer.
I let him respond to the Mum after I passed the turn.
It's true.
So it's one of those sorts where I'm not too fussed.
Well, these old fair D&T players always wanted to play fair.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
I way more land than him. You win.
You must be feeling pretty good right now.
No, not
That's
really.
not that great at the moment.
I have lands, 1 threat that is still quite vulnerable.
It's pretty late at 2/2.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is 2/2. And I play another Canonist just cause.
Seems good.
Seems fine, right?
I mean, you definitely do. Like, just because...
I mean, apart from the fact that...
stopping him casting cantrips and stopping him casting 1 spell a turn, the prowess is kind of turned off from here, right?
Yeah.
This seems like an awful matchup for Tim. Just like not being able to get off on the prowess at all. Like even the Aetherstorm Canonist main board. Like,
So I'm just letting Tim know that he just checks for his Delver trigger, and then he may reveal it.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to just flip it straight away.
No, it's the blind fit for power.
If he wants to volunteer that information,
that's up to him, right?
Yep.
Okay.
But still, swinging in the air is pretty rough.
Does he have a daze
when you
in
don't have
hand?
any flyers in the moment.
He does have a daze in hand.
Man.
Days and a force.
Yeah.
Daze.
But you have a vial. It's fine.
Yeah, so I decided to just get in there. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's
if he blocks with a Delver against, you know, the Canonist or
He doesn't have a
or
Delver.
anything,
I would.
then he doesn't have a Delver. Exactly.
Yeah, I definitely consider not swinging with the Storm Chaser Mage anymore. I mean, there's a definite he definitely wants to sort of psych you out.
He could block and pump, but like it depends on if he has a two mana spell.
He's probably trying to like bait you into
There's a price that'll do it.
something. All right, here we go.
So Delver does flip.
Yep.
Okay.
The price
And
not too bad.
What did he reveal for the Delver?
Price for it.
Price
Prize
progress.
progress. Yeah.
Yeah, snap
Which you
that
cannot
up.
cast until he's mountain on taps.
Yes.
Which I guess then you can tap
you
his
can
double blue
respond. You can respond to
because he's gonna do it anyway.
You can respond to the Richard import though, right?
You can.
Yeah.
But then you just target his 2 islands. That way he would respond by doing price, and then all his lands are tapped.
I like playing price right now. That's a whole 4 damage that he
We
can get in.
can't because she tapped him in his
It's
upkeep.
it's our good friend. Is it Pyrokinesis?
Is it Pyrokinesis?
Yes, it's the so you may exile a red card from your hand rather than pay its mana cost and deal 4 damage divided. So he deals 2/2.
That's pretty good.
Goodbye, creatures.
Yeah, that's pretty devastating at this point.
Should have sanked him for 6.
This is sort of my downfall, you could say, where I have lands and I have no threats really left, and he's got only threats.
You're still porting every turn and making him only deploy 1 threat, but like.
But he's dealing what?
Supporting
damage
doesn't
in
do
the
anything at
air.
this point.
No.
Like you might as well not port and just play threats if you have them.
He's dealing 4 damage minimum each turn, and if that other Delver flips,
If the Delver flips and he plays our spell, then you've lost next turn.
yes.
Are you
100%.
are you thinking about maybe Flicker Wisp? You see a Flicker Wisp and Plains in your hand.
Yeah.
Would you maybe violent the Flicker Wisp and just not chump block, be like offer the
trade?
Offer the trade for the Storm Chaser Mage, and then like it means the only unfortunate thing is it means that he can't cast any spells this turn.
So I didn't. So I mean, we'll see what happens here. I mean, obviously playing this match, I know exactly what happens. I do violent the Flicker Wisp.
See in a sec. Yeah.
Which is something that's
super
just
bad
gonna
for
happen.
you.
Yeah.
It is hard, yeah. I mean, it's when it goes to this stage, this matchup is difficult. So
Yeah, it's funny how quickly it turned around.
yeah, that's
Like,
what happens in these all the time.
Even if you can bounce insectile aberration and kill another insectile aberration, like you have to let that Storm Chaser Mage go through because you could just kill and you'd just be a chump block and your Flicker Wisp would be null and void.
I think this is fine. I think this is the play you're supposed to do.
Yeah, so
for sure.
I decided that blocking the other insectile aberration is more correct than the Storm Chaser Mage.
I agree.
Only because I'm limiting him to like 1 land, so the most it could be is like a 2/4, whereas the insectile aberration is always a 3/2.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure, for sure.
So flickering 1 and blocking and killing and trading with the other one is definitely. I thought it was more correct than blocking the Storm
I
Chaser Mage.
definitely agree.
Yeah.
Mother of Runes.
Maybe stopping Tim a little bit. You have managed to sort of stifle his mana almost completely by the double Richard import. So,
but he has a Force and Days in hand, so he can just like force pitch Days. If he feels like it.
Sucks. Like,
I'd probably force it.
I'd force pitch Days.
What else are you forcing at this point?
Yeah.
You know, like you got the Aether Vial online, you got a bunch of mana.
You just at this point he just wants to guarantee that he has the answer to.
Yeah. It's
He's probably pretty confident that he's just going to flip it again. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Ponder. That'll do it.
you can either cast that Ponder and
And-
get that sweet Paris.
Yeah. So that's 5 in the air.
Yeah, Mother Ruin's not doing a whole lot this game, unfortunately. Keeping you protection from everything on the ground, but
Yeah, it would have been great with a Flicker Wisp.
I mean, playing out the Mother of Runes there is just literally like I drew a card.
may as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Play
just
it.
play the thing.
If it gets countered, like I knew here I was dead. The only thing that would save me is drawing like
Another Flicker Wisp?
two Swords to Plowshares and like getting rid of his creatures.
If you
and
cheat and
then,
draw 2 cards.
Yeah, exactly. If I cheat and draw 2 cards, I mean,
Well,
I mean, take 2 draw
A
steps.
Flicker
to
Wisp
Yeah.
gets you there, right? You flicker the aberration and block the Storm Chaser Mage, give proc blue.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
yeah,
Clock
no,
Red,
I mean that
probably.
that'll definitely do that. But I mean, like having a swords would have been great. Like just removal.
Yeah, true.
Which I didn't bring in any extra removal. I didn't bring in the single path to exile just because of him playing lots of basics and me not wanting him to have more land.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
exactly.
But
Going the land
yeah.
denial route seems very relevant.
But yeah, removal would have been nice.
Okay.
And I pack it in drawing a Thalia, which
Yeah.
would do
It
No.
does not fly.
Yeah.
It does not fly. Yeah.
Just play jump.
A Sarah Avenger, a Sarah Avenger would have been nice. Like
Yeah, true.
But would have been, it would have been good.
Any
think,
sort of flying thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Flicker Wisp, I think, would be better just because he had the force. So
Yeah.
Flicker Wisp probably would have got you back in the game.
Yeah.
Mm.
If I drew the Flicker with having an active mum, it definitely would have been able to,
For sure.
flicker it off, block properly,
Yeah.
go for gold kind of thing.
You see Tim happy with his sideboard choices, opting not to re-sideboard into game 3. Sash, you seem to be making another consideration. Is that...
I think I had a look, and then
I think I saw a Ratchet Bomb coming down.
Yeah, no, it comes down, and then I just double check, because the whole CMC of flipped cards thing confused me,
Yeah.
and then I was like, nah, that's just bad. That's just
Yeah.
not
The
great.
cool thing is some of them are 0 and some of them are not.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Yeah, no, so I figured Ratchet Bomb was just a bit slow. Which maybe it could be good.
I kind of like it. You're doing it for one, or like
Yeah.
One or
just
two
building
seems
it
good.
up eventually. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, then in those grindy matchups, being able to get rid of Delvers would have been pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, being able to get rid of them would have been great. And having...
Also kills your Ether Vial there. It's unfortunate. Yeah,
It happens.
it's true.
It happens.
Sure does.
And
Yeah.
I mean, maybe making them use their artifact removal on my ether vial, on my Ratchet Bomb, maybe instead of my ether vial, or either way, like vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
It makes them think a lot harder about what their plays are and how they're gonna get around it. So, no, I did not bring it in the end. I decided that it was just a bit slow, maybe.
Okay.
Knowing how, like, blue-red Delver does play and how it can just, like,
Yeah.
ping.
There's just
hit,
some
hit,
insane synergy with like bolt to the face with 2 prowess things on board. Like
Yeah.
you're suddenly getting in for 5 damage off that lightning bolt alone. You know.
Yeah,
So
it's...
you probably just want to be as fast as possible.
It definitely builds up the damage real quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to deal with, especially when you have a lot of 1/1 dudes or X1
Yeah.
dudes.
As I always say, I'm pretty good against Delver decks pre-board. Post-board, they have like a lot of answers for me, and I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
have much for them currently. So I am trying to like reconsider my sideboard, because we do have quite a few
Starting
Delver
to get a bit
decks.
fairer down the
Yeah,
down the
it
road.
is. So I mean, if anyone has any suggestions for some D&T sideboard for Delver meta, hit me up.
I think Delver's like relatively popular in sort of the national meta though. Like it's just
Yeah,
it's
it
just
is.
I think
the
Grixis
fair,
Delver,
fair
isn't
deck
it?
de jour.
It's the best fair deck or whatever.
Yeah.
It's the most popular fair deck, rather.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So yeah, I mean, it really depends on my hand and what I draw. Like, I think I have to have like a perfect hand and perfect draws to beat them post board, whereas they just kind of have.
They kind of just do
They
their thing.
just kind of do their thing, and they don't really mind too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I start off with a classic. Tim starts off with another classic. You know, it's very reminiscent of game 1.
Yeah, you could be convinced of a.
Hopefully the whole
yeah,
game goes for the same as game 1.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, this wasteland doesn't hit anything.
Wasteland.
Sure doesn't.
Yeah, Wasteland's not as good in games 2 and 3 because they've started to prioritize. I mean, you should be prioritizing basics in the first place because of price of progress, but you definitely like got him, you know, on game
Yeah,
1
yeah.
because you were able to.
I'm not one to really side out lands.
No, it doesn't seem as good.
It's not a thing that I do.
Yeah, for sure.
And when you
Completely
want to cast an
reasonable.
Ether Vial, you want... It doesn't matter if it's a colourless land.
No,
Mm.
exactly.
Mm.
But I do believe I have another wasteland.
It's good to
Yeah.
represent as well. Like the important thing about your opponent forced to fetch basics is that, like, they're forever a bit weird on lands, you know, because they can't cast their Monastery Swiftspear and another Monastery Swiftspear because
Yeah.
they've got mountain and an island.
Yeah, they may be limited to just like the singular
Mhm.
color.
Can't get double bolted now.
That's
It's
right.
True. It's true.
Too good, too strong.
So
Alright.
far-
Except he
that's
has
true.
a mountain in his hand, so you could get double bolted.
I mean, that's in the future,
Mm.
right?
We're seeing
True.
a lot of
Maybe we should play Ghost Quarters.
yeah.
Just take him off colours.
Just get them.
But I guess he does have just all basics, basically.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like Ghost Quarter, get a basic.
Yeah.
Ghost Quarter, get a basic. And it thins his deck out, which is better for him than it is for
That's
me,
true.
I believe.
Yeah, for sure.
Just need...
Just do it.
Play
Yeah.
Strip Mine. Just do that.
Yeah, that 100% legal card strip
Yeah.
mine.
It's too powerful. They should ban it.
So I'm hard casting a recruiter because why not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's fine. Go for it.
I don't actually really know what I'm trying.
such a good
To get out here?
combo with Ether Vial though, because you can really sort of fetch up anything in your library.
I mean, he dazes it, so it's fine. I really honestly don't know why I played it. I think I was
I think
maybe
you can
just
get a Stoneforge and then get Sword.
yeah.
I think you might be are you making the point of
Stops him
you
swinging.
wanted to Ether Vial instead? Like, it's probably a better thing. I guess you're doing this plan. Sorry, what was your consideration? Sorry,
I really don't know.
I think if it resolved, you could get Stoneforge Mystic, you could get Sword of Fire and Ice, and I think you would be in a decent position.
Yeah, I think
Ooh,
I
that is a good
definitely want to
position.
try and go for this. The Stoneforge Mystic. I think I potentially played it out to try and get a counterspell out. That was my initial thinking. Was
very reasonable.
just get
Fair,
a counterspell
yeah.
out. Like if he has it, he has it.
That's fair.
Because I
Yeah.
believe I have another recruiter in hand.
Yeah, you do.
So
So now you get to play it next turn.
yeah.
But do you
I
tick
mean-
up the vial, or do you leave it?
1, 2.
I don't know what you would
See
get.
that I think I make a mistake where I tick it up
Yeah.
and then want to get. I
Yeah,
hard
no.
cast.
You
Oh no, I
haven't ticked it
didn't.
up?
No, okay. So I have no idea what my play is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't remember. This is
I think
this
it's
is
completely
just
reasonable to try.
so long ago.
It was a whole day ago.
Yeah.
Where you're out of Daze range now, and he needs Force of Will to make this stop happening.
Yeah.
And you've kept it on 2, so you're going to get Stoneforge Mystic, you're going to play Stoneforge
Yeah,
Mystic.
but see, okay, so this is where I think I made the mistake. So if I had ticked it up to 3, I could have hard cast the recruiter and then gotten a Flicker Wisp.
Yep.
And vialed in a Flicker Wisp.
Yep.
But with recruiter, it's toughness 2 or less. So my initial thought of getting like a Sarah Revenge or something like that is something I can do. So I get a Flicker Wisp, but I can't cast it and I can't vial it in. So
yeah.
leaving it on 2 was a
yeah,
mistake.
rough.
Thinking
Okay.
that I was going to go for a line, but he played that second Storm Chase Mage, which made me think,
You need
I need to
something
get some
flying.
flying.
You
Yeah,
need
that's
to
fair.
get rid of it.
That's
yeah.
fair.
yeah. So that's definitely my consideration. Thalia's not going to first strike those flyers.
No.
It's unfortunate for me. So yeah, so that was a mistake that I made. And it happens, you know, because you just
So many,
It's just what happens.
There's
yeah.
so many lines,
there's
you
different
know. There's
lines
so
and
many,
you can't
yeah.
necessarily think of all of them at once. And it's
In
something
game
that,
3s, there's so much pressure, you know, like it's the decider.
it's one apiece. So yeah, it definitely is. It's tough.
We'll see. Lightning Bolt and Brainstorm. Unfortunately, he's only going to be able to cast one of them without having to pay double. Oh, I guess it gets through. He definitely didn't pay extra for that
No,
Brainstorm.
definitely did
Yeah.
not. Oops.
And that's not a trigger,
And I-
is it?
and
That's
I- and
just
I forgot.
the rules of the game.
Yeah, that's just an actual.
So Tim loses the game. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Send
and
him
I'm-
his,
I think I remind him on something he does later, but I must have just forgotten on that one.
Yeah.
Mainly punting about my whole punt. Thinking about my whole
That's fair.
Flicker Wisp.
and that's like
issue.
something that I think a lot of people like have to deal with as well, is just trying to get back off tilt. You know, like you've made like admittedly a smaller stake. You still have the Flicker Wisp, which is good. You know, but
Yeah.
really making sure we come back strong is where we need to be right now. Hopefully he pays extra for this lightning bolt.
Yeah,
I
so
believe-
you definitely shouldn't have been able to cast
Yeah,
his lightning bolt.
that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I first point to the other mountain, but then.
That's
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh well.
I don't think the game would have gone any differently.
Well, I think it might, because he wouldn't have been able to cast the lightning bolt this
yeah,
turn.
and it makes his storm chasers pretty big.
Is that
and
bolting
Yeah.
your Thalia, which is really weird.
Well,
no,
he has
bolted
storm
my,
changes.
He bolted my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has things in the
So
air and
he's
everything
got,
with Travis. So
3, 6, 9, 10.
So the Swiss Beer and the Thalia
Oh my
trade,
God.
and I'm very much so at this point
Yeah, I
of
don't
like
think you wanna do that.
I'm dead. So it's I didn't block.
Nah.
yeah.
I needed removal a lot
Yeah.
from the beginning. I probably should have tried to mull to a hand that had at least like one source of plowshares and held it up for a Storm Chaser Mage or a Delver.
It's so funny that like tiny 1/3 is like actually getting a lot of work done. You know?
Oh yeah, it's a flyer and it's got prowess and Tim's deck works off that.
Sucks.
There's
So
the
it's-
hand.
We see the
Rough.
handshake here with
Yeah.
Sasha doing the old game 1 Tim depression concession, just packing it all up. So yeah.
Oh, he had lethal on board. Like
Yeah,
next turn,
definitely.
like easy.
Yeah, lethal.
So,
You didn't have the answer. Like,
nah.
why stop around?
And I was in bolt range as well, so
Mhm.
it's sort of one of those things where I think either way, like no matter what, I would have been dead.
For sure.
So yeah, I think he talked about what he ends up bringing in, what he took out, and I said price is like it still works against me, and it can still be a finisher.
Yeah, I guess with your ports. But,
ports and
yeah.
you know.
But ideally,
Caracas.
if you have ports out, he's not casting price.
I think
Yeah,
bringing
that's generally
Sulfuric Vortex in as well. I think
Yeah.
possibly just bringing it in against the grindy games. Like, it's the thing that you can't get rid of that
Yeah.
will kill one of you
Eventually.
by the end of the game. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he said he brought them in because I said, yeah, I've had them brought in against me and they've been really good because I just haven't been able to deal with it and it's
Because you're playing
worked really
Russian
well against me.
ports. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think it's a pretty good matchup for Tim. He has a lot of creatures, which is like the same sort of thing that I go for, but he has a lot more removal for my creatures than I do for his.
For sure.
And a lot more burn to the face.
Yeah, for that like finish it off sort of
See,
deal.
But also burn to the face that makes his dudes bigger.
So I asked him about Bedlam Reveler, asked him why he didn't leave it in, and because I thought it was a pretty good card, and he said he didn't know whether he'd be able to cast it for a low enough cost, especially seeing as I was restricting his mana so much, and he only plays 16 or 17 lands.
It's probably pretty reasonable, but it's a good late game drop. You know, you can cast it for 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting double red is kind of rough because like you're prioritizing getting basics over anything else.
Yeah. Exactly. See, I think it was a bit too hard for him to cast in this matchup, which is fine. I totally agree with now.
Yeah, that's fair.
For sure.
Yeah, so them's the beats.
Oh, you did good.
It was a good matchup. I enjoyed playing against him.
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
Tim brings some fun decks to play against.
He does.
Yeah.
Cool. Blue-red Delve is not fun to play against.
Well,
It's fun to see. It's fun to see.
I beat him, so you know I enjoyed it.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe and stay tuned for more legacy videos. Catch ya.
Thanks guys.